I added some violins. And now, without wasting time, just a YouTube video. Wasting Time is the only song of the album that I didn't write. It's Yorgo, the singer of the song, a very good friend of mine from Belgium, who wrote it. One day I was just checking Facebook, and as I was scrolling down, I saw that he uploaded his very first own composition on YouTube. It was a 3-minute video of him, face camera, in black and white, alone, with his guitar, recorded with a bad microphone to be honest, singing in one take the composition he had written in one afternoon on a hangover day. Yes, he did say all that in his YouTube video description.
You almost never say what you were thinking. I'm used to read in between the lines.
That was in 2015, and I listened to that song over and over again for a good 2 years, until 2017, when I started working on my first album, and there, everything changed. And by that, I mean that nothing was the same anymore. 2. Ripping off YouTube and going to jail. I ripped off the sound of that YouTube video, and then I went to jail. Oh yeah! I'm the badass. So the original speed of the song was 90 BPM.
You almost never say what you were thinking. I'm used to read in between the lines.
And then I sped it up to 120 BPM.
Let's just waste some time in bed.
I added some drums, a kick,
You almost never say what you were thinking.
then a clap,
You almost never say what you were thinking.
a bongo, and then the other bongo. And the two together. So, do you come here often? Do you want to dance with me? I have some cheese at my place. I like gorgonzola. Do you like gorgonzola? So, do you come here? You're from Belgium? Do you speak Belgian? And then we have a piano. Then we have a bass. Oh yeah! And then the lead melody. I added these violins. When I went to jail, I remember I was not the same person as today. The guy who arrived there is not the guy who left. I learned something about myself there that I want to share with you. This message is for everybody who's ripping off YouTube without knowing that this is a serious crime. Please, don't do this at home. Anyway, then I added this little organ. After one day, I had the first version of the song. I sent it to Yorgo and I wrote him, "Hey, I ripped off your song on YouTube and I remixed it. Would you like to be on the album?" Yes, no, yes. Without the question mark, just plain yes. So, 3. Recording the song. I couldn't keep that ripped off version of Yorgo singing on YouTube as the final take for the track. So we met in my studio, and by my studio I mean my basement. You think you're a producer, I'm the badass, but you're actually, I like gorgonzola. just a DJ. We met in my studio to record the guitars and the vocals. I'm gonna get it right. Okay, so we recorded the guitars at 90 BPM and it sounded like that. We recorded them slower because it was just easier to play them, because at 120 BPM it goes so fast. Yes, we cheated. You have a problem with that? Do you want to talk about that? We also recorded these guitars for the verses. And then guitars for the chorus. We recorded the vocals. The lead vocals.
Let's just waste some time in bed. Let's just waste some time in bed.
Then some harmonies.
Let's just waste some time in bed. Let's just waste some time in bed.
Alright, and all together it sounded like this.
Let's just waste some time in bed. Let's just waste some time in bed.
4. Getting Nico, my friend from Belgium, who's a very good musician, guitar player, in. I really pictured for that song some nice electric guitar melodies throughout the track. So I went to visit my friend Nico. I went to his studio and we plugged this guitar in my audio interface connected to my computer, and he started jamming around on his guitar. And he came up with that melody. He played another one too, and it was this one. No. He played another one a little bit later on. And then Nico looked at me and he told me, Edward, what about a guitar solo at the end of the track? I don't know, man, this is electronic dance music. A guitar solo? That's pretty uncommon. But he was like, let me try something. And he actually played the guitar solo that eventually made the cuts on the final version of the song. And I guess that's what is amazing with music, is that at the end of the day, there are no rules. Just because a guitar solo is not something that is really common in electronic dance music, doesn't mean you can't have one. If you want to have one, if you think it's gonna sound good, then just go for it. And now, without wasting time, everybody was afraid of me when I was in jail.
You almost never say what you were thinking. I'm used to reading between the lines.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Love the lyrics, man. Okay.